many of you, when you've met someone for the first time, and it's like you've met that person, you've known them forever. The conversation just goes backwards and forwards. You're hanging on to their every word, they're hanging on to your every words, and it's just a beautiful conversation. How many of you had one of those sort of conversations? Yeah, a lot of us. All right, how many of you had the opposite? Hello, what's your name? Yeah, you had one of those? What about another type of conversation? They see you, and they think, oh, with a friendly face, and you're being nice and polite and friendly, and then they start talking at you. And it's like, and did you know this? And did you know that? And did you know this? And did you know that? And did you know? And you want to run for the hills. What I want to do is to give you an idea of how a conversation can be formed, and then give you a couple of tips of how you can instigate the conversation and what perhaps would be a best way of handling a conversation. According to Toastmasters, there are 4 levels of conversation. I think of it as a four-geared car. So first, when you put the car into first, that's level 1. And that's small talk. Hello, how are you? What's your name? That sort of thing. And pretty much you go into second gear quite quickly. Fact finding. You find out a little bit about that person. And then the next thing you're doing, you go into third gear. In third gear, it might take you a while, depending on the road, but you can go into third gear maybe fairly quickly. And that's when somebody starts to have opinions. We've all opinions, and some people like to bring them out quicker than others. And then, depending on the road you're on, maybe you can get into that elusive fourth gear. Now, fourth gear is when you start to get personal. Now, this is when you really open up to someone. The worst thing, though, is to go from first gear to fourth gear. The sort of situation where Jane was talking about her friend who she just met, and this lady, Sarah, says, yeah, I've known Samantha for a long time. Yeah, she's been helping me with my divorce. That's a really horrible guy. I should never have married him. Hey, I just met you. You had one of those sort of conversations where it goes from bad to really bad very, very quickly. So you've got to watch out for those sort of conversations. Who is responsible in a conversation? Should be mutual. But what often happens is somebody starts a conversation and the other person sits back. Now they should be proactive and start asking questions, but they don't. They step back. So what I would encourage everyone to do is realize when you start a conversation with someone that you just met, is try and make it a two-way conversation. Now how can you do that? Some people say, well, I don't know how to find out anything. I'm too shy to ask questions. I've got a poem which has guided me. Now, be careful with this. This is extremely powerful. It's true. You could turn a conversation into an interrogation very, very quickly with this poem. Believe me, I've done it. You will tell me your life secrets, and people do, because just using this poem. This is a poem by Rudyard Kipling. It's the 6 Honest Serving Men. And it goes something like this. I have 6 serving honest men. They've taught me all I knew. Their names are what and where and when and how and why and who. Think about it. What's your name? Why did you come here? Who do you know here? When will you achieve your competent communicators manual? Why haven't you done it already? Where are you going afterwards? What are your goals? Do you see how powerful this can be? So what I'd like you to think about is, how can you initiate a conversation with someone where they will use these questions so that you're going into first gear. First gear is chit chat, hello, how are you? Into second gear, fact finding. I live in London, I'm a project manager, I'm a hypnotherapist, I have my own business. Into a little bit more personal information. I think the Labour Party are the most wonderful party in the world. I think they're the worst party in the world. I think the Conservative Party are the best party I think they're the worst part. Give your opinion. And if you're feeling really great and that you really like that person, maybe you can express a bit more personal information about yourself. Okay?